everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. We're shooting this on Memorial Day. What I have behind me here is a 2024 Ford F-150, but this is the XL work truck, Oxford White 2.7 liter EcoBoost. So this is base XL work truck action. I was looking for one of these because frankly I've been getting kind of tired of filming $75,000, $80,000, $90,000 pickup trucks. So I wanted to grab something under 50 grand. So let's see, if you're in the market for a new truck and you need it for work, maybe this is the one for you. So let's dig in. Front end of our F-150 XL, we have the Oxford White with the flat black. That's what we want to see on a work truck because this is going to get beat up on the job sites. What I do like though on this base XL trim is we have LED headlights, LED turn signals, as well as daytime running lights. The big blue oval on the flat black front grille. We have black recovery hooks down below. So just what we need, I think, in a work truck on the front end. We're going to come on over to a wheel and tire setup. And what we have here is a 17-inch steel wheel with this Ford badge on the hubcap, center hubcap area to cover up the lug nuts. But what are we looking at as far as tires on the 17-inch steel wheels? We have Pirelli Scorpion ATR tires, 265 on the width, a 70 series sidewall 17s, all four corners, four-wheel drive. Moving on out, full profile. The F-150 is a full-size pickup. It's nice and big. We have the SuperCab look here, which we'll go through when we take a look at the interior. Let me know what you think about the looks. Moving in closer, down below, we do have the optional black running boards that say Ford on them. We have the F-150 XL call out on your fender vent, flat black on the side view mirrors, flat black on the door handle, left side fuel filler cap. We got our 4x4 call out on the back bed. And then up top, we're just going to have a white roof, no sunroof. Rear end of our F-150 XL, again, the Oxford White with the flat black, the blue oval in the middle, F-150 stamped into the tailgate, which I like. Down below, flat black on the rear bumper. You got your tow hitch with your connectors right here. So they got you covered there as far as that stuff goes. We'll go over those towing numbers when we take a look at the engine. And we have a standard tailgate here, no fanciness on the tailgate. So, and we have our exhaust, which is coming out the back right side of the vehicle. Let me know what you think. All right, under the hood of this F-150 XL, we have the base engine, a 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 engine mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. 325 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. This F-150 can tow up to 7,400 pounds. MPGs, 18 in the city, 23 on the highway, 20 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. And also, with the XL trim, you have other engine options you can option in for an additional cost. So if this isn't enough power for you, you can option in the 3.5 liter EcoBoost for an extra $1,700, or the 5 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine for an extra $1,600. Both coming with the 10-speed automatic, depending on what your needs are. So I like the bandwidth here on the powertrain. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, well, you said it was under 50. How much under 50? Well, here we go. Base price for the 24 F-150 4x4 SuperCab XL trim, $44,980. Then we have to add in a couple of options, which we'll go over when we check out the window sticker, and then a destination and delivery charge of $1,995 from Ford's Kansas City assembly plant, and that gives us a total MSRP from the factory of $47,325. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Moving on out, we have this plastic on the ground, easy to wash out, rubber mat down here. We have manual seats, of course, on the XL for the driver and the front passenger. And then we're going to look at slate gray vinyl on the interior. Nice soft bolstering, nice soft headrest, very minimalistic, but again, it looks clean. Another thing that I like about the front seat in this F-150 is you can fit 3 across, but if you don't have 3, there's a button right in here, and you can push that, and now you got 2 cup holders and a place to work. So that's a nice touch. And if you also need extra storage, there's a button right here in front. You push that in and you can lift the seat up, and you have extra storage underneath this middle seat as well. So good functionality here, even in the front row of this XL. Passenger door panel, same as the driver, right? We're going to have hard black plastic all the way around up front. Being a work truck, you want something that's going to be easy to be kept clean. We do have a nice large door pocket, a couple of them, and then flat black on our switchgear. We're going to go hard black plastic up here, an area for storage right in here that says F150, indoor heat and air vents, and a nice large glove box. Infotainment system, now we're going to have a 12-inch Sync 4 in this XL, which is a nice touch. But before we get there, up top we have our engine auto stop start on off, cameras, 4-way hazards, traction control off, fully integrated screen, 2 heat and air vents, up top rubberized areas to lie your phone or some other information. Paperwork up here won't slide around, so I do like that. Now we have our nav, look how great that is. Pinch to zoom capability, looking good. And we also have our dual windows if we want to have that, and we can slide these up or down, or we can go ahead and get rid of it and move things around on our own, which is a nice touch. I do like that. But we have our audio system where we have our Sirius XM as well as your other radio stations. You can Bluetooth your phone right here. You got your favorites where you can configure what do you want to have on your favorites settings, Wi-Fi hotspot, vehicle hotspot, apps. There's your wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, which I do like in here. Our vehicle settings, same as before. You got your clock, your general settings where you can set up your driver profiles. Now you got your features. You got your driver assistance features. You have your towing features where we can go in and add a trailer, select an active trailer, manage your trailers, check your trailer lights and all that good stuff. Trailer sway control on or off. So they got that set up for you. So that's a nice touch. And then you can change this by just hitting these buttons up and down. So it does work very, very nicely. And then you can minimize it or you can maximize it. So nicely done here on this system. We'll go back to our nav. There we go. And now take a look at our backup cameras. We'll go to reverse. Nice and large. Look how big that is with trajectory and your toe center line. So nicely done. And you can have different views. You can have this view. You can have a wider angle view of the back if you would like. So nicely done. And I love how it takes up the whole thing. So there you have that. Now down further, we're going to have our hard controls for our heat and air. Standard heat and air, it's not climate control. You adjust your fan speed on the left and you adjust your temperature on the right. We also have volume and tuning knobs down here as well. Now, we do have an area to slide change in for tolls because this is Jersey. You got to have that. And then we have our drive modes and our 2 high, 4 low here. And we'll go over to drive modes when we take a look at the dash. So I do like that. Over here, we have a 12 volt and 2 USB-Cs. So they got you covered there. In here, we got a USB-C, USB-A, and we have another rubber area for storage down below. So they got you covered there. And on our center seat that we just folded down, you can lie your phone in here, and you got 2 cup holders, so you're all set. All right, this is where we're going to start the vehicle. We have a key that goes into the ignition and you turn it. So that's where they have that action. We have a soft touch wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, flat black on our switchgear. Now we have our cruise control over here, as well as our voice commands and our volume. And on the right, you're going to have the controls for your digital dash, telephone commands, seek for your music, and that sort of thing. On our left stalk, we're going to have our turn signals and windshield wipers and high beams. And then on the right, this is the gear shift. And you have manual mode here on the end, and you can shift manually by going plus or minus on the stalk if you want to do that. Bottom left side of the dash, you can adjust your headlights, turn on your bed light, brighten dim the dash, electric parking brake. Moving on up, steering wheel, we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. So Ford has you covered there. And then we have our digital instrument cluster looking good. Drive modes. We have normal, slippery, off-road, come back the other way, tow haul, eco, and sport. So there you have it. And I think we're just going to leave it in normal for today's drive. And then if you do want to get extra things going on the main menu, you can just go ahead and decide what you want to have up. We'll go My View. That's going to give her a driver's assistance. And then we can go ahead and go down, take a look at other information we may want to have up on the screen while we're going down the road. Nice and easy. Overhead console, huge overhead console. There's a spot for your shades. If you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, do nothing. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, your lighting will dim out. No roof to show you in this work truck spec. We do have a standard framed rear view mirror with a dimming function right here. And then we do have our sun visor, no vanity, no light. Again, work truck spec. Does it slide though? Yes, it does. All right, getting in the SuperCab area, we'll show you how to do that. First of all, the front door needs to be open. Then there is a lever right here that you pull towards you and open it up. There you go, and it gets nice and wide, as you can see, for plenty of access room. And then you can hop right in. Now, I have the seat set for my driving position. So the SuperCab is not as big as a Super Crew, so I don't have as much room in here. So I do have enough room for my head and shoulders, but the knee space is kind of cramped. All right, now the center console here in this SuperCab, we do have a spot right here for a 12 volt, 2 USB-Cs, an area to put some stuff in, and then 2 cup holders as that folds down. And if you don't have anybody here in the back of the SuperCab, you can just pull this strap and move these seats up and get them out of the way if you want to put extra storage in here. But I do like the fact that these seats are the same vinyl, same color. We have the back window, but we don't have the sliding back window in this one. But these seats are nice and comfortable, even in the SuperCab area. All right, opening up the tailgate. XL, it's a manual tailgate. So you just come to the back, hit it, and then you got to let it down slow. It doesn't have any shocks on here to let it down. Now, we do have areas for seat clamps right in here where you can put a seat clamp on, hold something on, and cut it, but there's no protection on the bed. Now, we don't have a bed liner in here, so you can do what you want. As a kind of a blank canvas, you can do a drop-in bed liner, you can do a spray-in if that's what you want. As we come around, now we do have areas on either side that you can open, and it gives you a little extra cubby for storage on either side, which is kind of neat. And then you just put this back in and lock her up. And there's one on the other side. But we don't have an outlet in this one right now, but we do have the bed lighting up top. 6.5 foot bed, 1,655 pounds of payload capacity in this XL SuperCab. Window sticker here on this F150. We'll zoom on in. Standard equipment across the top. Options. The running boards and the privacy glass with rear defrost. Pricing. Made in Kansas City. $47,325 total MSRP. Fuel economy. Crash ratings. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're heading down this rough road here in this brand new 2024 F150 XL work truck. Plenty of visibility out the windshield, side glass, big side view mirrors, and they are not power fold and not telescoping, but you can use the power switches to adjust your view. And then we have our nice big window in the back, can see out no problem. We got the 2.7 liter, 300 horsepower, 325 horsepower, excuse me, and I think that's good for a base engine. I think that's giving you, and of course you got like 400 pound-feet of torque, which is going to get this vehicle up and moving, and you can tow up to 7,400 pounds, carry up to 1,655 pounds in the back bed. So they got you covered there, and we do have some creature comforts in a work truck. You got this nice big Sync 4 screen, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. You also have USB-A, USB-C connectivity, 12-volt drive modes. You can tow. You have your 4 high, 4 low. I mean, you got a lot of cool stuff in this vehicle that is going to help you do what you need to do as far as work. All you have to do with the blank canvas in the back is figure out what kind of bed you would like to have in this as far as a bed liner goes. Do you want to put in a mat? Do you want to put in a drop-in? Or do you want to spend the money and put in a spray-in? That's really up to you. You do have this the bed rail protection on there already, the black plastic bed rail protection. So that's set up. You got your running boards over here on the vehicle as well. I got a digital dash. So it's got some nice stuff for a work truck, and I'm driving an F-150 that's under $50,000. And considering we've seen so many pickup trucks in the last couple years, whether it be an F-150 Raptor or a Tremor or an XLT Lariat or something like that, we're looking anywhere in the mid-60s, mid-70s, mid-80s, sometimes even in the 90s at a pickup truck. And I was thinking to myself, can I even find one that's under 50,000? So if somebody has a small company and they need to use this truck for work and they don't have anywhere else to go and they don't want to buy some used truck that's been put through the ringer because it's in their price range, well, at 47, maybe you can afford to go out and purchase a new F-150 if you like this spec. Now, obviously, the XL, you can spec them up to low 50s with options, and obviously if you go with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine or the 5 liter V8, so that really is all up to you. But I tried to find the least expensive one on the lot, and this was it, to give you an idea what you're getting for 47. You can also go regular cab if you don't need a super cab or a super crew. Ford F-150 still comes in a regular cab, and that'll drop the price down to about 44 grand, similarly equipped with a regular cab. But you don't really see the regular cabs on the lots to buy. So anyway, let me know what you think about that action. Now we're going to check out our brakes. Nice and straight, no problem. And now we're going to check out our turning radius. Now this is fairly big in this F-150 at 23.9 feet. So we're making a K-turn like big dogs in this thing. And it isn't even going to come close because you got the big pickup truck, you got the work truck action, so you're going to need to make a K-turn. And you know what? With the steel wheels, if you go over the curb, so what? And with this one, you got the 4-wheel drive as well. So they do have some nice stuff in here to get you to and from the job site. If this gets dirty, you can just wash it out. If it gets dinked up, it's not as big of a deal. You might be upset if you got a scratch in it. I would be. But if you're taking it to the job site, get smacked around with stuff, you throw stuff in the back, things get dinged up, you know, it's not as upsetting as if you're taking a F-150 Tremor at 72, 73 grand to a job site, or a Raptor at 81, 82 to a job site. So I do like the fact that Ford still makes these work trucks, and I do like the fact that you can still get them with a regular cab and you don't have to buy everything with a super cab. But you let me know what you would do if you're in the market for this kind of action, for this F-150 XL base trim work truck. Let me know, is this the way you would spec it? Would you go with a different power plant? Would you do something different, or would you go somewhere else, maybe to Chevy with a Silverado or Dodge Ram or some other brand? Let me know in the comments. But I do want to thank Ciocca Ford of Flemington for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Ford F-150 XL Super Cab 4x4 in Oxford White for a review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.